And hello, everyone. Whoa, my mic's a little hot tonight. Anyways, uh, let's just get right. I didn't do anything fancy other than that. I do have, my Star Wars shirt on, but let's bring in the none other than my hairy sidekick, Mel Baca. Hey, Mel. Oh, yeah.
Howdy,
So,
Lloyd. That
howdy,
that was
Mel.
the best on short notice.
uh, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody in chat. I've been hiding on purpose just to kind of make everybody wonder if I was here.
Yeah. No, I didn't give you much lead in either. I just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, glad I was ready.
Yeah, well, I was watching.
Yeah, but you
uh,
can't see below the desk.
well, that's true. I'm kind of glad.
Bear walks into a bar and says, "Bartender, give me a whiskey and water." And the bartender said, "Okay, I'll give you a whiskey and the water, but why the large pause?" Bear said, "I was born with them." You're welcome.
And that is the quality of show that you get here tonight. Okay, that's yeah, that was good, Mel. That was good. So, yeah, I went to well, today we had to get up earlier in the day, and Judy had to go in for her PET scan, and we'll find out Thursday. Hopefully, we're thinking everything's okay, but you know, when you got
Well,
to
that's
have
good.
those scans, you just uh, you worry about them. But
Yep.
anyways, uh, so we did that, and then I came in and came back home, and I took a nap, and then I woke up, and Judy woke up. We got something to eat, and I came in here and started working, and realized that for some reason I took the all of the airplane videos and I downloaded them straight out of drone or what's it called? Uh, Something box. Dropbox. I just copied them right
Yeah.
out of Well, I had moved them, and then they were completely all offline. So I had to go hunt them down, find out where I'd moved them, copy them onto this machine,
Oh,
and then
geez.
put them in there. Yeah. So I had all those videos. But uh, anyways, uh, I'm going to say hi to everybody. But for those that don't know, and he's actually in. I don't know why, but we're glad he's here. Rick Halbur, I think, is watching us from the hospital. Uh, he sent me a text. He said he was headed to the ER, so he might not get good reception in the hospital. The doctor wanted him checked out. So we want to think good thoughts of Rick. You know, keep
That's
positive
right.
thoughts,
That's
keep
right.
him in your
Prayers go out to
prayers.
Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got to take these off because I can feel that lens is about to fall out, and I don't want to lose it and have to go hunting for it. So I'll just fake it. Fortunately, I can see stuff up close. As far away, I can't see. So if I have to get up and go running into the other room, I got to grab them. So, but yeah, and we had a good show last night, Mel. That was fun.
Yeah, I think it
No,
went well. I was quite pleased with the
yeah,
way everything turned out and
yeah,
how well everything worked and all of that stuff.
but and
So there's 15 people in the chat and only 4 likes. What's up? Five,
yeah,
six,
well,
seven. Okay.
all right, they're getting back. Let's now. I got to put my glasses back on now that I said all that. I can't read the chat. I'm going to say
Well,
hi
that's
to
not
everybody.
necessarily a bad thing with you.
Well, that's true. Did you notice what I called myself? The what was that? The forgetful something or another. I don't know if you figured out the letterings for the Dark Jedi Incarnate DJI and the
Oh,
Freedom Pilots. of Varniac, FPV. And
Okay.
then the, the grumpy one is from the planet of Nosquam, which is Latin for nowhere. I actually had to put some
Yeah.
work into that. I
Man.
figured I better explain it so that when you see it the next time, you're like, where do you come up with those names? But anyways, yeah. And I didn't figure anybody or too many people in the audience spoke Latin or read Latin, so I figured I better say where Nosquam was from, which is from nowhere. Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Yeah.
We got Steve Carpenter. We have got Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. We have Jay Bird. We have Artco Drone Solutions, which he told me he is back home now.
Already?
So, yeah.
That's an awful long damn drive just for one day of fishing.
Well, yeah. But he said he's back home. We got Bill from Coast to Coast Drone. We got Andrew. And welcome, Andrew. Hope you enjoy it. We got Jody, Drone Shots. And Ben Cartwright. Hello, Ben. Let's see. Ten Toes is here. May the 4th be with you. Yeah. This one, my shirt says,
Yeah.
the sarcasm is strong in this one. So, anyways, another one of those T-shirts my kids get for me. And I thought it was appropriate for
And
today.
Rick is in the chat. Rick, let us know how you're doing there, buddy.
Yeah, Rick is in the chat. Bob Casey is in the chat. And we always appreciate Bob Casey. Russell Glirum. We got me from nowhere. Okay. And okay, I think that covered everybody. I don't think I missed anybody. But yeah, Rick, let us know how you're doing. And Chris Hope. Xeno Nation, I can't forget about them, because right after my show, Xeno Nation has their show, and it's always interesting to watch. You know, they have a lot of good information, fun, and no, I don't have the COVID cough, but anyways, believe it or not, I don't know how I did it, but I had everything set up. My chat popped up. It was counting down, and then it said 2 minutes to go, and it gave me a 2-minute warning, and then because I was watching it on what everybody else could see, and I had the timer set, it said 2 minutes, and then it said 60 seconds, and that's why I was able to start the stream just almost on time, give or take a few seconds.
That's what happens to me is I'll be out on the back deck, typing on the phone in the chat and stuff and watching the timer, and
right.
It gets to the 2-minute warning, and I think, okay, I got to get in there in front of the computer now. And then the latency kicks in and all that stuff, that's
right.
going on, and
right.
I end up setting it double lock for 30 seconds before I get to the computer. Like I did last night.
Yeah. It turned out okay. And Brett Nunley, welcome. Yeah. But yeah, we had a good show
Chris
last
Hope's
night.
going to be the special guest on Xeno Nation too.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, if they're lucky, because Chris Hope
Hello, Ron.
texted me, and somebody hit the phone pole about a mile from their house, and they ain't got no electric. So he'll be on the phone tonight. So if we see him chatting, it's only because he's on the phone. So as long as his phone holds out, he's okay.
Yeah.
But, being a small-time rancher, he probably has an electric generator somewhere. Although he did say it was like 90 degrees. And we got severe thunderstorm warnings that went off just before the show started. So,
Yep, and they're headed this way.
Yeah.
And
there's Chris Hope. All right. Speaking of the devil. Yeah. But, we're back now. Good. Glad to hear it, Chris. So, anyways, I forgot I forgot what I was going to say. I hope everybody's had a good May 4th. You know, May the 4th be with you. And you know, uh, an interesting thing. The last of the final three of the trilogies, Rise of Skywalker, which is the last one. If you have the Disney Channel, they put it and you haven't already bought it. So if you have the Disney Channel, today on May 4th they released Rise of Skywalker on the Disney Plus channel. So,
okay.
yeah. So I kept thinking, well, they've got every single Star Wars episode up there imaginable, but the last one, and I know it's out, but I wasn't going to pay, $20 for it right at the moment. And then I saw that it was going to come. They were going to bring it live on May the 4th. So even they have learned how to use the May the 4th be with you. So,
well, sure.
Just, for I got to quit looking at the chat. So, anyways, I don't have a lot planned tonight because, well, I got my regular stuff, and I wanted to do the opening because, I was
well,
smart.
You've been a little bit busy today.
I have been, yeah, because I had to get up, help Judy get dressed and get cleaned up, and get her there, and then I did do. For some reason, I didn't have it set up right, or something changed, and I wasn't able to go live on YouTube this morning. So I went live on Facebook from my phone. I've always been able to do it, but for some reason today it stopped me. So I don't know if it's because my key has changed and I haven't changed it on the phone, which is probably what the thing is. Yeah.
Yep.
So I did do that because I had to sit for an hour and a half, and they don't let you sit inside. They let me come in with her and help her fill out the paperwork, but then they said she's going to be back here in a nice seat and probably sleeping. You go out and enjoy the sunshine. In other words, they threw me out.
And get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sat out there right outside the, just sat out there in the van and did a live stream on Facebook. And then that's about all I did today. And then came back home, took a nap, and got up and got ready. I was just totally unprepared for all those, all that plane video. I was in a panic, like, oh my God, what did I do with them? Where'd I put them? And I thought, Curtis is going to kill me. So, anyways, what did you do today?
I worked like a dog in a rough old truck with no air conditioning.
Ooh, man, that sucks.
Well, I've got air conditioning.
Right?
Yeah, I open the vent wing a little bit past center and then run at 55 mile an hour. And that works pretty well until you stop. So I guess I got part-time air conditioning.
Yeah. So you actually driving a truck that has vent wings?
Yeah, one of them. Oh, actually, both the trucks I drive have vent wings.
Oh my God, what year are they?
Yeah.
I don't think they put vent wings in since like 19. God, when was the
Since
last?
about 1940, I think.
I'm thinking no, they had them. They had them because vent wings. And all right, if any of you people have a slightly weak stomach, then plug your ears. But I'm going to tell that story. Dad and Mom got a 1956 Buick station wagon, with the one with the holes in the sides, on each side. Is a turquoise and white or blue and white, And, of course, they had the vent wings. Well, my dad was a tobacco chewer. And we'd be driving down the road. My dad was pretty good, and he could lean over that vent, The only problem, and I always wondered why my brother and sister fought over who was going to sit in the driver's side back seat. Because, this is a 1956 station wagon. And it was like, well, they got it like brand new. And it wasn't quite new, but it was close. And I always wondered why they fought, to see who was going. I was stuck in the middle. I was always in the middle, so I didn't have to worry about it. Well, without air conditioning, what do? You roll down the windows. Well, if you're sitting right behind the driver, and that vent, was like this, and Dad would, spit his tobacco juice out, right? And the vacuum is the speed as you're driving that, suck it right back in. Right up, yeah. That's terrible, but that's my best memory of them vent windows, the little vent wings. Most of the young people probably don't even know what we're talking about,
Or how about the floorboard push button starter?
Yeah. The old
or the floorboard high-low beam.
High-low
switch.
beam, yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah. Agent K goes, ooh.
It was really confusing when you had both. You had a high-low beam and a starter switch on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor, yeah.
And the dash lights are so dim you can't really see. They don't light the inside of the car up back then like they do now.
No.
You go to step on the button to turn on your high beams and hit the starter button instead, and driving 40 mile an hour down the road because that was top speed back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Jaybird, it has to have AC to be able to have a place to recharge it.
What's that?
He said, just get the AC recharged with Freon.
Oh.
I typed in, I said,
oh, you said
yeah, if it had a place to put it.
That would be nice. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, we got really uptown on our, was it our 1959 or 60 Oldsmobile? Can't remember which it was. But they got one of these really neat air conditioning systems. It plugged into the 12-volt cigarette lighter, okay, and it set on the hump, in the between the, on the in the front hump. People don't know what we're talking about, but on the floorboard where the transmission was at, you'd had that
hump. Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
transmission
where the drive
hump.
shaft went through.
Yeah, what the drive shaft went through, and it set on that. And what you did, this was sophisticated. You got a bag of ice and dumped some water into it on top of it, was super chilled it, and then you turned it on and blew cool air. That was
cool air.
Yeah, that was our first air conditioning in a car.
Yep.
And then I think we finally got air conditioning. I know we did in our 64 Oldsmobile. We had a Super 88 had electric windows. We were wrapping in tall cotton back then when we got that 64 old Super 88. Little secret about electric windows. When they get fogged in the wintertime, which under certain circumstances your side windows can get fogged, and then you roll them down, they freeze open. I learned from experience. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering why you're rolling the window down if it's that cold outside. But
well, I needed to be able to see because the defrosters wasn't working fast enough. I was inebriated. I need the cool air on my face to kind of sober me up.
Yeah, these young guys are talking about their old vehicles, an 85 and an 87 model. You guys are going to laugh, but my first car was a 38 Olds.
Oh, wow. That is I wouldn't mind a 38. Oh, man, I wouldn't mind having 38 Olds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. First car that I had of my own was, it was a 19...
Hello, Jim Boyd.
72 Rambler Rebel. This is before they became AMC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had a 390 engine.
Yep.
Yeah, 390 engine.
Back when it was Nash Rambler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when I broke my arm. My dad.
My grandma had.
Do what? Oh, Nash.
I was going to say my grandma had one of those.
Oh, okay.
Nash Rambler.
Well, we had
a
an
flat
actual
on the left
Nash.
rear.
Did yours have the full lay down seats, or did hers have the full lay down seats? What year was it?
No, hers was I don't remember the year, but it was like a 2 or 4 door. It wasn't the hatchback or the coupe or nothing. It was like the sedan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Dad.
I was about 9 years old, and my dad had taught me how to change a tire and stuff, because that's what dads did back then. They taught their kids how to do things like that. And my grandma had a flat one day.
Uh-huh.
And I'm out there on the side of the road with my grandma. I got the spare out.
Right.
I got the jack up under the rear end of the car, and I'm trying to get those lug nuts loose. And for all of my 9-year-old 80-pound ass could do, I was jumping up and down on that lug wrench and everything, trying to get them lug nuts loose, and I just could not get them loose. Well, this old boy come up behind us and parked, and he come up there and he says, "Boy, you're giving her hell, ain't you?" I said, "Yes, sir, I'm trying." He says, "Well, you're never going to get them lug nuts off doing that." And I said, "Why not?" He said, "Well," he said, "this is a Nash Rambler." He said, "The left side of the car, the lug nuts are left-hand threaded.
Yep.
You have to turn them the other way."
Yeah.
So I turned that lug wrench the other side and jumped on it, and I broke the nut loose. And then I was able to, and he stood there and watched me change that tire just to make sure I did it right. But I was tightening them up instead of loosing them, and didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't know they were left-hand threads.
Yeah. The Nash did that, and who was it? International.
Well, Chrysler was famous for it for years.
Oh yeah. 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 That's right. Chrysler was. Yeah. 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 When I broke my arm, Dad had a 52 or a 55. No, it had to be early 50s, because it was a real rounded shape, So it had been like 52, 53, somewhere between 50 and 53. And I broke my arm, and they were taking me over to the doctor's office. It was on a Saturday, and I was climbing on a fence, went to wave at somebody, lost my balance, put my hand out, just shattered my arm between wrist and elbow. Just shattered those two bones. And it was Z-shaped. Really a unique...
Oh, for Xeno Nation.
Yeah, Xeno Nation, yeah. I had a Z-shaped arm for Xeno Nation. Little did I know. I just realized I don't have my hand on. I knew I forgot something. Oh,
no.
Well. Yeah.
You look pretty near bald.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyways, they laid that back seat, or that front seat down, because that's what Nashes were famous for, was their lay down seat. Guys wanted to have those because, for courting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the seats did that. I don't remember. I imagine it probably did, but I just don't remember.
Yeah. I can't remember if I think it was a 72 that I had. It was a Rambler Rebel. And, but that one back then when I was a kid was a piece of junk. And the engine, the rod started knocking on it. And so Dad decided to trade it in. So he takes it in, trades it in on a 59 Oldsmobile. And, I don't know, 6 months later, they decide to, they go back to the same dealership, and they decide to finally trade in the 56 station wagon on a 60 Oldsmobile. So they had a 59 and a 60. And so, yeah. So I'm asking, we're standing there, and I'm still a young guy, and I ain't smart enough to know that, you're not supposed to say stuff. We're standing there, and Dad's making the deal with this same guy, that traded him for the Nash. And I said, "So, how'd you like the Nash we traded you?" My dad grabbed me by the scruff of the neck, picked me up, tossed me back in the car, said, "Shut up."
Mm-hmm.
His dad, he traded it. It was a piece of junk. It needed, well, actually, it was in real good shape. It was going to need a new engine or a rebuilt engine, because the rods were knocking bad in that thing. Yeah, one of those. And
Yeah.
even my mother, who didn't usually get on to me, she says, "I will put tape on your mouth if you open it any time between now and the time we drive off." So I think the 60 cost him an extra couple of 200 or 300 on that. I think he had a little extra for service fees after that. Tried to get his money back. He even said, "I gotta make
Well, where my grandma lived when that, huh?
I said,
I thought you were stopping. I'm sorry.
"No, go ahead, go ahead."
No, I was just going to say where my grandma lived at the time when that happened was Rapid City, and we were on the south end of Torch Lake when we had that flat tire.
Oh, okay. At Rapid City.
So the guys from Michigan,
Oh,
the guys
Michigan.
from Michigan will know exactly where that's at.
Okay, cool. So, well, I've managed. Oh, hello, Scott. Glad to see you in here. I hadn't seen you in here in a while. Now, that's another guy that's got a really good channel to watch. But something, some of the guys have been putting the links in, so I'm going to do a little bit of advertising here. So, don't forget. Let's start out with this. And when I hit 800, I will be having a drawing for this drone right here, and it's a QX65 micro FPV drone, and it comes with the controller, and that's courtesy of Rick Halbur, who's here in the audience. So I only need like 59 more people to subscribe. So if you can think of anybody, just get them to subscribe and
tell your friends.
Yeah. So I've been sitting at.
Hell, tell your enemies. We don't care.
We don't care. Yeah, as long as they're breathing, and they stay for more than 2 days, I'll be happy. But anyways, I've got that, and it's sitting over here in a box. It's not been opened. It's not been flown. I won't open it or try it out or anything. So you guys really need to get me to 800 so I can give that away, because eventually I'm going to break down and fly it, and then I won't be able to give it away because I'll have to go buy a new one. So, but Rick was really good to
Sure,
give that
Lloyd,
to
you
me.
can give away pieces. That counts.
Does it? Well, I don't think that's what Rick had in mind. So, but yeah. So, anyways, and if you would like one of my coffee cups, you can. The Teespring stores, they're putting up links for it, and I think there's links in the description too. And if there's not, I'll make sure there is. And I've got this hat and that hat. I should have taken the picture of the backs, but I didn't, So the difference is one is the trucker's hat, and it has the open mesh in the back, which is the one I usually wear, and I'm not wearing tonight because I forgot. And the other one has the solid back, and one's called the dad hat. It's got the solid back, and then there's the trucker's hat. And then I've got, what is this? That's got the emblem on the right side. I had to look there. So that's for people who are right-leaning. Maybe you might be conservative or something, but that's okay. I've got this one, although it looks wrinkled. I don't know why they did a picture of a wrinkled one, but that's for the people from California, up and down the West Coast, and unless you're one of the right thinkers. But anyways, that's my wares. I have it. There's a couple other things in there, and I don't know. I think I've even got a keychain that's got the poured glass on it. It's got the Grumpy Vlogger symbol, and Oh, Robert Glazer. Watching from Arizona, the land of guns and drones. All right. I spent quite a bit of time out in Arizona, but let's see. Oh, RC Homemade Hobbies is here, and I really appreciate everybody who uh, has showed up tonight, and also I will. Let's see. What am I doing next? What time is it? Okay, we're moving right along. So, and I was going
Are you
faster than I
staying on
thought.
schedule?
I'm
Oh, ahead of time.
Yeah. We're it's going pretty quick, but
Well, good.
I'm going to go ahead and do the shout out. He's not in the audience, but I still want to recognize him as somebody new to the channel, and I want you guys to know about him because ML, you introduced him to a lot of the drone people last night, and this guy he's just an entertaining fella. So I decided, because he's appreciated. He's only at 699, and as talented as that guy is, he did a collaboration with from your inspiration, and did a collaboration with Dennis Lovelady, and did a really good job on it. So this is the shout out of the week. And there we go. That's if you guys haven't checked out Wendell Live, you need to yeah. Thank you, Mel. Like I said, you need to check him out if you want some good he covers all kinds of music, and it's very entertaining too. He's a wizard with green screen. I saw one today that he did that was just unbelievable. It was just really good. And I'm getting some glitching, but no, it looks.
Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, but it's showing, everything is showing good.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
really strange.
Weird. But
well, we got those thunderstorms that went by you just a little bit ago are coming here. So
yeah. So yeah, we're doing pretty good to keep going with what we got going. But there were so many things I thought of this weekend I was going to talk about, and tonight I can't think of a one. And
that's what desktop notepad is for.
Oh yeah, I forget, But you got to remember,
or do you still use
I use
pencil and paper.
I use pencil and paper. I got this really nice one from this Tennessee Valley Aerial Imaging. It is a nice pen. Yeah, and it actually worked. That's what surprised me, because I hadn't used it in a while. But yep, still works. And yeah, I've got Jim Hightower, who is Help at Home Jim, sent me these here around Christmas time, and they're Grumpy Vlogger stick 'em notes. I've got them everywhere. He sent me about 5 packs of these, and I've just got them laying around, so when I think of something. But the problem is I stick them somewhere and forgot where I stuck the note. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Sonari was supposed to make a phone call today, too, and last night she said, remind me tomorrow. I said, I'll forget. So then she said, okay, I put a note. And I said, all right, good. This evening I said, did you make that phone call? She said, no. I said, I thought you made a note. She said, I did, but I forgot where I put it.
That sounds like something I would do. I really do. Yeah. That's something I
That's
would do.
kind of like the who's on first, what's on second.
Exactly.
I don't know's on third, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I can remember part of that whole thing, but I can't remember what I did yesterday. Except
Oh my God.
what? I got to see what that was. What?
Ben Cartwright, just like the constipated mathematician, he worked it out with a pencil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Paul Phantom Hodges, welcome. Roosevelt, Fly Natural.
Oh, wow. Yes, you are coming in late, Roosevelt, but that's okay. Better late than never. I appreciate it. And I didn't send out my normal YouTube announcement like I usually do. But I did set this up so everybody had at least, like 10 minutes notice that to get in the chat.
You know, we used to do that, put a reminder up 30 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah.
On vidIQ, those guys will kind of give you a little critique on your channel and what you're doing good and bad. And they picked my channel the other day.
Oh, really?
And they said, "Oh, obviously you do drones." I said, "Yep, yep." I was typing in chat. They said, "Well, that's good. First thing we do, we land on your homepage. We can tell you're about drones. That's cool." Then they scrolled down to my videos and they said, "Oh, you do a lot of live streams, but I don't understand why you got a 30-second video here and then an hour and a half live stream and a 30-second video. That makes no sense. Don't do that. That's stupid." That's why I quit doing the announcements 30 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah, yeah. I
They
think
said,
there's other ways to do it. You could do you can use
Twitter, Facebook,
Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
best way to do it.
Yep.
You get more. You get more.
Diana,
from
welcome.
that.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Oh, okay. We got Diana in here. We got a bunch of different people coming in tonight. I've noticed my stream has got it has a rotation
mine-
of different groups.
Yeah, mine did the same thing last night. I had some people I didn't know.
I think a lot of people.
It's
from
kind of
your
nice
show-
to get new.
It is.
Kind of
It's
nice
always,
to get new viewers, right?
Yeah, it is. And again, I don't want to forget. Remind everybody as soon as 8 o'clock, Xeno Nation does their Monday night show right after mine. So, Steve says, do the announcement, Mel, then delete it after the show. That's an idea.
Oh,
That is a good idea.
yeah. They said just don't even bother doing it.
Yeah. vidIQ. I know I follow them. I can't remember. Oh, there's Curtis Dart. Or delete
Hello,
the promo
Curtis.
after the show. Yeah, he says the same thing. Speaking of that, I want to. I know this is what I would normally do when I'm getting ready to end, but I'm going to go ahead and show it anyways, because Curtis is here and he's done a lot of the animations for me, or at least the political ones. So I'm going to do this one first. And actually, I think if this works, let's do this one first. Threescore and several years ago, a person was brought forward. That person would be me. It was with the idea that all things are not equal. It was with the idea that not everyone is a winner. It was with the idea that not everyone is a loser. And the best that we can hope for is to die in our sleep. With these truths being self-evident, I have a daydream. That daydream is to lead this nation, nay, this world, into a glorious future of mediocrity. A world where every household will have an endless supply of toilet paper, and where all of our Australian brothers and sisters will never be considered below us, even though they are down under. A world where our Canadian allies will never have to say, "I'm sorry," just for being Canadian, or to be ridiculed for not knowing that their bacon is just round ham. A world where the the British will never have to be reminded that they had to ask the Yanks, the Canucks, the Aussies, and the Kiwis to bail them out of not one, but two world wars. A world where the French will never have to speak French again. So that everyone can understand them when they say, we don't surrender, and they can fight for their own freedom. I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger, and I am running for president in 2020. And I approve this message. I muted my mic. And we're back. Anyways, the opening of that with the White House and all that, that was done by Curtis Dart. And when I'm getting close to that time anyways, I'm going to actually try and get done by 8 o'clock so I don't cut into Xeno Nation's time tonight. But he's been real good about helping me. You know what I did notice? Greg hasn't called. I know he had a bunch of work he was having to do. So he normally calls and he hasn't interrupted. That's thrown me off. You know, because
that's what's missing.
That's what's missing. Yeah. Just remember, any of you that live in Australia, make sure you have all your American friends vote for me. Because if I don't win here in the United States, I'm running for Prime Minister of Australia next. You know.
Yep.
If that
doesn't
right. work, I'll go after Prime Minister of England, or maybe Canada. Except it's so cold up there. You know, I would prefer to stay Australia, or the United States, because I live in the South here, and Australia is south of us. So think how much warmer it must be. Anyways.
Vote for me, your TP will be free.
That's right. And that is Jim Boyd, my running mate, my vice presidential running mate. See, we need to do something about Space Force and the newly released UFO footage. I've got to look at that footage. I've been hearing about that, but I figured it was just for May 4th. But anyways, I'm not sure what that was I just heard. I hope my wife didn't. Oh, it was my horse walking in. It was Ranger coming in the back door. Yeah. And yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Just remember, if I don't win in the United States, I will win somewhere. Maybe, probably some little island or something,
And you can bet no matter where it is, he'll torment the daylights out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice if
because, and all you need to make sure that you keep all the troops in line.
Trying to take away the toilet paper. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I probably won't get any votes, but it would be fun if I could at least beat Joe Biden. That would be kind of cool. Oh, he's got something new. I will have to get that because if I try doing it right in the middle of my show, I'll probably crash it. Thank you, Curtis. I'll check that out for sure because I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I just saw that. I just heard it go ding while I was talking, and I will. He's got a
yes, Roosevelt.
Do what? Oh, you're still off on weekends.
No,
I know. I had a what was that? A squirrel moment. Yeah. See, that's the problem. I start watching the chat and I forget where I'm going with a thought. They do it every time.
Well, see, you totally missed it a little bit ago.
Did I?
I was asking Yeah, Jim Crinan's in the chat.
I did. I saw it, and I said hi to
I
him.
was asking how he was doing, and I said, hope all is well with you, and please give your wife a great big hug from her other husband.
From her other. Oh, okay. See, I missed that part. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
me.
you typing. Yeah, I know who it is.
Yeah, he says, you make me laugh, Mel. Always will.
Yeah.
See, you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta help people laugh that need a laugh, because
Well, I know. Yeah.
it's, when you got a plate full, it's sometimes
Let's
it's
see.
hard
Keeping
to.
me in overnight. Doctor just said not a heart problem. He just believes. She believes Yahoo. Oh, it's
What's
not a
that?
heart problem. She believes Yahoo. I'm thinking, why have you got a doctor that's checking out your diagnosis on Yahoo? I'm gonna say I'd ask for a
Good
second
thing you got
opinion.
short hair.
No, it would have cut the top right off of it. Woo! That one, I'm thinking, God, Rick, I'd ask for a new doctor if they're checking it. They believe what was written on Yahoo. Yeah, no, Okay. It's been one of them days, folks, and it's probably going to be one of those weeks. So, okay, Mel, you got to tell another joke, because I'm dying here.
You're dying? How long of a joke do I need to tell? How long is it going to take you to get dead?
This rate, about 30 more seconds.
Did I tell the one about the boy taking the girl to the high school prom? Did I tell you all that one yet? I know I told Lloyd.
I think
don't
you did
remember.
last week about something about punch.
Was it last week or the week before?
I can't remember. But we got a new crowd, so go ahead and tell it.
Well, we got some new people. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ten Toes
yeah.
and Diana and them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this young man and Jim, this young man decided he was going to ask his girl to the prom, and she said yes. So just before the prom, he decided he had to have him a new suit. So he goes to the place to buy him a new suit, and he has to wait in line. Waited in line all afternoon to get his new suit. Day of the prom comes, he figures he needs to fill his pickup with gas, so he goes to the gas station. He has to wait in line. He picks her up. They get to the restaurant to go to dinner. They have to wait in line to get into the dinner restaurant. They finally get to the prom. They have to wait in line to get to the prom. They get their table. They're all settled in, and he asks if she'd like some punch. She said, yes, I'd love some punch. So he walks across the room to where the punch table's set up with the punch bowl and the glasses and the ice and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? You know how they set that up
Yeah,
on a big
yeah,
table?
right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's no punchline.
Yeah. Anyways.
Sure. Let me tell a long bag joke to close your show with. Boy, that's just, man, I tell you what.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can. I've got another minute or two, but I want everybody to, if you have not checked out Wendell Live, go check him out. Check out Curtis Dart. If you guys need some graphic works done, he's the guy that do it. That's where my Air Force One came from. It's where the White House animation came from. The jet flybys on the American flag. You guys have seen those. And don't start yawning on me, Mel. That's bad when when my sidekick starts yawning on me. You weren't yawning? No, of course not.
Tater quote of the day. I don't call them
Call
swear
them
words. I call them sentence
Sentence
enhancers.
enhancers. I like that. Oh, look, Dennis Lovelady got here just in time as we're getting ready to wind down. But I know that he usually talks to his wife this time of night, and so
he probably finished that and still had time to catch your
still had time to catch my show. I appreciate that. Good seeing you, Dennis, as always. And dad joke. As I put my car in reverse, I thought to myself, this takes me back.
This
Oh my
takes me
God.
back.
That was good. Okay. Uh, yeah, we're on the more serious side. We are very glad, Rick, that they're just keeping you overnight, and hopefully, like they took Steve's advice and they got a second opinion off of Wikipedia, being they got their first opinion from Yahoo. I can't
Yeah.
believe that's what that said. I was reading it. Why was this
They
doctor
get it from
check?
Wikipedia or WikiLeaks.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. That's just. Anyways, well, guys, I think what I'm going to do, because I hear my pilot telling me that we're getting ready to land Grunt Force One. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the landing process, and then I'm going to start the timer. And Mel, I appreciate you being here as always. It's always fun.
absolutely.
And guys, so I'm going to bring it in for a landing, and then I'm going to start the timer. And
Good night, everybody.
good night, everyone. Don't forget, Xeno Nation right after my wheels touch down. And once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend time with Mel and I, and I appreciate it. And you guys, be nice to each other, treat each other the way you want to be treated. And I'm out of here. Bye bye for now.